Yes, how's it going? This is Pierre Dur. Um, I just got in. I just did a video and then I left, had to do some things and then I came back. Uh, I just noticed because I always look at the things that happen on the studio and things like that. And if I come up with something that's really interesting, I usually make a video about it. So this is gonna be like an update as far as Dance Without Music. Um, American Yoga. Okay, that program I really love. I mean, I can't say I love it the most, but it's very important on my station because the way I started. Actually, that's the thing that got me into doing all the other things. I already had the station and I was doing Ex Jehovah Witness. And Ex Jehovah Witness is very important to me because if anybody understands as far as coming out of the Jehovah Witness organization, you're kind of lost. And my brothers and sisters, ex Jehovah Witness brothers and sisters, actually helped me out as far as that's concerned. So that's the first thing I did on the channel. After that, because you have to keep up the channel, I didn't know how far I wanted to go or to go with the YouTube. I mean, I know I enjoyed as far as the Jehovah's Witnesses are concerned, but I had other things that I liked and I started doing the music also. I never thought that I would develop anything because I'm the type of person I really enjoy life and I like to have fun. I like to just learn about things and not so much for any reason. I mean, a lot of people, I do things for reasons, but the enjoyment, because in my life, ever since I was a child, I always liked to learn things and how to do things and how to just, I entertain myself very much with just so many things that I learned. So the Dance Without Music came first before, now it's Dance Without Music slash American Yoga. Okay, I'm still getting used to doing that title because the title is new and I haven't done a video on it in a long time because I'm in the process of actually, um, how can I say, if you understand Dance Without Music, you understand what I'm talking about. There's people who followed it ever since the beginning of the Dance Without Music. And it's kind of hard to find the first videos, but they all talk about Dance Without Music or dance, or it has like numbers in the beginning, like one or two or something like that. But anyway, what I was saying is that I started this Dance Without Music because I didn't know exactly. I was like, like, well, what can I do? Not so much for the YouTube. It's funny. YouTube gave me like a outlet to, I guess, an outlet or to, it's something to show. I guess it's more like giving, I can say, because when you have so many things that you can do, you have to express it to other people, and it almost seems like when you express it to other people, you learn more about it. So it's like an outlet, okay? And it organizes, it helps you to do better with things that you do, okay? Whatever it is. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do, actually. Um, because, I did so many things in life, but I couldn't like zero in on something. I just know my projects were the most important things. I know it was the most important. So I decided to show the things that I understood or that I learned about life. And that's where Dancing About Music came. And I knew how the things worked and I know how to get what I want. I'm not saying get what I want. I'm saying, like most people would say, get what they want. I'm saying how to develop something. I mean, that's the major thing. It's just I know how to develop things into perfection. And so anyway, I started Dance Without Music. And I thought it was going to be to where I would just show everybody how to do things. but it can't be done with just showing. You have to actually do it. So then I said, I have to actually do this. I can't just show. So because I had to actually do it, I had to go through the problems or the things that occur when you're learning dance without music. And it started out as dance without music. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, and it progressed, and there was so many, because it involves so many things in life. It involves all the things, mostly, it's very American, because Americans usually see something that happens or something that occurs or something that is, and they try and pull it apart and try and figure out, what makes it tick in that sense, I guess. So all these things that I had that I wanted to show, that I know that there's a perfection for. However, the best way to do it is actually on YouTube, because you can't really write it down in a book, okay? Because it's always new, it's always refreshed, like a telephone, nowadays telephone. It's always evolving, so you can't really put, a book is past tense. As soon as you write it down, it's like past tense. As soon as you make the book, there's so many new revisions all the time. Like a book, you have a first edition, second edition, third edition, but with Dance Without Music, it refreshes itself like constantly, and there's so many different things that go along with it. So I was going ahead and I was doing it step by step, but because of the refreshing, the new ideas and the new things that you learn, every time you learn something totally new, is you have to start from the beginning again, okay? That's one thing cumbersome about it, but you wouldn't have to worry about that because I'm the one doing it. There's a lot of things that are not right that you have to perfect, and that's what I did in the Dance Without Music, is I perfected them. The thing that it's hard for other people to do is because as I stated, all these things I stated before in the Dance Without Music, only reason why I'm trying to go over them, because I see people who are looking at the Dance Without Music and most likely questioning, where is this project going? Or did he stop it or whatever? Well, I didn't. But as I'm stating right now, there's a lot of errors that occur all the time in Dance Without, when I'm finding this route, which is the right route. And that takes time to find the right way all the time, and it happens. But you have to be so persistent. The reason why I can do it, because I did it ever since I was a little kid. I already expressed that so many times. So like the starting back over again is very, very nerve-wracking. And like once you come to a peak and you find something new, well, that new thing affects everything else that you learned. So then you have to start back over again. But because I've done it so long, I know how to start back over again. And pretty much starting back over again, but refreshing at the same time. Like, okay, well, this doesn't apply anymore, and this doesn't apply anymore, and that doesn't apply anymore, but this applies, okay? And then you keep going on like that. So anyway, I went through Dance Without Music, and we were at precision. And when I say precision, I mean precision in the human body, okay? To do the things that I prescribed that we do all the time in the Dance Without Music American Yoga. Okay, now I say American Yoga because I needed a term that everybody can associate with, and everybody is familiar with, and everybody is interested in. And I picked American Yoga because it's very popular, and it does actually it's actually the right title for it. But I started with Dance Without Music, so I kind of like intertwine them, or they kind of like use them hand in hand together. Although I'm almost sure it's going to end up to being American yoga. Another reason why I pick American yoga, because it is like it's American style yoga. Okay, yoga is also it stems to more like of a religion or whatever. So that's another reason why I call it American yoga, because I utilize the concept of the Americans and how they view religion. Okay, a lot of them are Christian, so it is very Christian friendly, and a lot of Christians don't agree with or are afraid to do or are skeptical about certain things in yoga. With American yoga, you don't have to worry, because I take into account all those things, okay? So if you do need help, it is a Christian friendly, like it doesn't really utilize other religions, or it doesn't really utilize religion. However, if it is a religion that is kind of holds to, because I'm Christian, I mean, it holds to the Christian. However, you don't have to be Christian or whatever. But anyway, that's just a thing that I put in, because there's a lot of people who are interested in yoga and they're Christian, and they have a kind of like a skepticism, I guess they're skeptical about it because of the religion concept. And it is religious if you just take it as regular yoga, but this is American yoga. So I want to keep that term going until I'm more comfortable with it. However, it started out with Dance Without Music, and now it's American yoga. So I can actually say in the beginning, this course, as far as Dance Without Music, is still Dance Without Music, but it develops into a little bit more as far as American yoga. Well, American yoga, what is American yoga? It does everything that you want it to do, okay? You don't waste time, and you build up time. And like, if you've been doing American yoga for 10 years or 25 years, you would be able to know so many things. It answers a lot of questions. Like, even though we walk and we talk and we walk around and we do things, it answers the question, where is the weight? I mean, like, that's one of the questions I had during my life, is I would be walking around and I could lift things and I could do things, but I question the fact, well, how come I can't feel my weight? Well, in American yoga, you reach that point to where you understand what weight is. It's so simple. It's everything that we do and everything that we question in our life, because I had so many questions about so many things. And the only thing it does, it perfects your sense of being a physical human being, okay? Like, it deals with weight. And then we have another thing, that the only concept that's really new to people in American yoga, which I had to make sure 100% that it is true and it does work. And I don't say things unless I went over them through the pain and going over them until I know it's totally right. And that's different from a regular yoga, because yoga, you could do so many things and it doesn't attach to anything else in life or to other people. In American yoga, it attaches your relationship, not relationship with it, but how you deal with other people. Like, for instance, the way you move, the way you do your work and things like that. And so it has an effect on you as a human being. Okay. So then I went over that. I went over why it's American, why it is American yoga. Is there one more point that I can do? So okay. So now here I am. We went into precision. Now, the thing about it is, if you know about American yoga, because we're on like 6 years, I'm almost sure, okay? 6 years is a long time to be in a course as far as Dance Without Music, American yoga. Like the last thing I was on is I was on precision, and in the precision, it's actually we have a basic dance in that we have to create, or that we have to accomplish in Dance Without Music, and that's the thriller dance, okay? And the reason why I picked that dance is because it deals with so many things. It deals with dancing, and it deals with a lot of different movements. So all those things are in the first part. In the former videos of Dance Without Music. Now, when we were doing precision, it is actually precision, so you can't think of it as something trivial, but it takes a long time. But there's one thing that we learn in the beginning of Dance Without Music, American yoga, is that your body has to be conditioned for things. It has to be conditioned. And that's one thing when I was doing precision. I was doing precision, but it kept going into more developing of the conditioning of the body. Now, there was things I couldn't do because I have to wait for certain conditioning. And you know when you're conditioned, okay? And as far as the precision is concerned, we're still on precision. And I'm giving you this tape because I feel that it's going in the right direction, but I do not say it unless I'm 100% sure, okay? Until I can see that this precision is going to advance into something else. The only problem that we have with American yoga, Dance Without Music, it's not really a problem, but it's time, okay? Those of the people, like I said, it's 6 years that we've been working on this. The ones who did all, I don't care if they never did anything physically but look at the tapes or look at the YouTubes, they're going to progress. It's just inevitable. They will progress and they will understand, okay? It takes a while to condition each part of the body, but you can't do anything unless you condition it. A lot of times people want to they want to understand, but in order to understand most things is you need a capability. And the capability is in actuality a conditioning. It could be in the mind, it could be anywhere, but you need to do the conditioning. It's just like in music. If you have problems with certain things, you can't really go anywhere. You can keep practicing until you're blue in the face, my expression my mother used to use. But you won't get anywhere because you don't have to realize that you have to be conditioned for it. So I was looking for a certain conditioning, and it seems to be going in the right direction. And it seems like I will be able to do another precision Dance Without Music of American yoga. What takes me so long is the fact that I am the first one that does it, the first one doing it. So I have to deal with the incorrect. This is incorrect. I can't do it. This is incorrect. Can't do it. This is incorrect. I can't do it. And the number one thing is actual conditioning. When you condition your body to do certain things, one thing that we learn in Dance Without Music and American yoga is that you have to be very patient with your body. You just can't just do things. In the beginning, if you look at the tapes when I did in the beginning, we were doing a dance and we had to do the, I remember one thing with the neck, okay? And I said in the beginning, don't do it, because I knew that it entails a lot of things. So I'm very careful about everything. And it was true, because I'm still going on and I'm still doing it. But you cannot do anything without having things physically conditioned. And that's what I'm doing now. That's things that happened because we were talking about, and I forgot some of the terms. I can remember some of the terms, but the names weren't that important because I'm almost sure I can still link with the names, like the retro say, okay? And these are for people who've been following for so long. We have the retro say, we have the first floor, and then we have the I think I'm almost sure this is the piso, okay? So, this is one thing I wanted to express to you. There's one new thing that I was getting ready to say, but I didn't. In that you don't realize, but is dominant, and that is we have hydrogen X. Okay, hydrogen X is something. It's a term that I had to. I needed a word for something that we do all the time. And what I call it is hydrogen X. And hydrogen X is direction, okay? And if you go through the tapes, you understand that speed, force, speed, and direction, I think, okay, because I'm not there, so I haven't went over them in a long time, are all one thing, okay? But and I explain it in depth in all these videos that I did. But direction, even like I'm doing my hands and stuff like that, that's direction. Anything with direction in it, we call it hydrogen X. Why do I call it hydrogen X? Because it's a clean energy. I can see it. Okay, I can see a lot of things that I've been working on for a long time, and it's so much like hydrogen X. Like if I want to pick up this hat, okay, this is something new. Nobody's gonna tell me. There's nothing. There's nothing. How can I say about picking up this hat, like and going like this? Okay, it's something that's done in the present. So present, okay? So that means it's like a new energy. You need something directional. I mean, it's something that comes like exactly from the mind because you want to do this. It's like when you come to a light, you're walking on the street and you stop at a light when you're walking, okay? And the cars are going by. I don't want to say red or white, but there's no walk sign. The walk sign, it says don't walk. So you just stand there. And then when that light turns to walk, you start walking. And that movement, that one movement, that's what I call hydrogen X. I named it, okay? That's just a very simple thing. That's something, and that's also something that you will not learn in the regular yoga. But if you learn about in American yoga, dance without music, you get to understand it because it's something that we do all the time, but we don't even realize it. So I took all these things in my life that I had questions about, and now I'm putting it on YouTube so that people can actually live a better life, okay? If I had done it, or understood it before I was the age I'm at, it would have been so great. So I think a lot of people who are like younger and with the American yoga and dance without music, you'll have a better understanding of what to expect as your body matures. And believe me, it will be graceful. But I've gotten older. I mean, I always followed it, but I didn't understand certain things. So because I didn't understand everything, I couldn't utilize a lot of things that I'm learning in Dance Without Music right now. So I had to retro say. I can say, I guess going back. Now, I had to go back and fix a lot of things. So that's just one of the things that I hope for the Dance Without Music. Dance Without Music, American Yoga. I hope for that. I hope that it will make people understand the process of what's going on as you get older, and it will kind of like help out a whole bunch from what I see. because I'm going through it actually myself. What else can I see? As far as in the future, I'm almost sure it's very important because I said these are things that I had questions about in life, okay? And I'm the type of person that makes sure that the things that I get the answer, I keep going. Like I said, everything that I've done for so many years, but I had to make corrections, okay? And that's the number one thing. And the corrections that the things that I learned, but the how can I say it? The conditioning takes a while. You have to be very patient with yourself, with the conditioning. And in the beginning, it starts very, 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 very easy. It's so simple. And the draw on it is the time. It takes time. You have to drop. I want this done in 5 years. I want this done in 4 years. I want this done in 2 years. You have to drop that concept totally. Drop it totally. And that's the hard part. Because, like I was saying, look at, I can't tell you when the last time I did a video on precision, okay? That's where I left off at. And I had to keep going with it. And now I can see a development, but it's not there yet. But I know it's going in the right direction. And I won't do one until I'm at that point to where I see 100% that it's working. So this is an update on dancehall music. I see people who watch some of the videos and they look for them. And that's one thing about the station that I have is because I did this station because it's mostly for people who are very inquisitive about certain things about life. It's on some segments, it's a video lapse to where you can see a development of something and it comes into going toward a perfection. And that's all I want to say for now. And I hope, okay, I wanted to explain this about something else about the station is that, yes, that's why I do the station is it's for thinking people. It's for people who question things, people who always see something that could be better, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? And there's a reason for that. Even people who do like yoga, and they're so into it, but yet it's not offering them what American yoga can give them. Okay. Because they go through years and years of doing this, but they don't have any accountability. The saddest thing I see as far as yoga is concerned is I think Tina Turner, she did like yoga or something like that or whatever. And it didn't really, I didn't see her say anything positive about it. I mean, as she was getting older and older and older, I didn't see any positive points about it. I see Madonna you did a lot of yoga also. And I wanted to see, I mean, I saw her one time put her foot in the back of her head, but now it's like, I mean, what are you going to use that for? You know, not to say that you can't do it at a point in time, but in order for us to do that in American yoga, we would have to understand everything. I just wouldn't say like put your foot in the back of your head. You have to know about the gravity. You have to know about balance. You have to know about the different forces, and the forces are like tension, balance, force, direction, all those things that you have to understand before you can do something like that. Well, I would not just tell you to do certain things like that or prescribe for you to do certain things like that. So anyway, if you're interested in dance about music, I would start from the beginning. You have to find the beginning. It's for like people. I mean, I make my most important thing that I do. They have these tags or whatever they call. Do they call them tags? Thumbnails or whatever they call it. I don't really put my energy in that. I put my energy in writing, writing the titles, writing a good explanation of what the video is going to be about. So all my energy goes into that. So if you're interested in something, especially we have art program here. If you're interested in our program, you have to start from the beginning. You know how it would be in the beginning. So it's the one that starts with some kind of art, and then I develop it into a course. I did that with the art, becoming a master view of art. And then I also have the dance without music. You'll see where it starts, okay? So you want to go from the bottom, but you want to see where it started out, okay? So, and I did that for people who just don't look for answers, but who want to be a part of their answer, okay? So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the Dance Without Music. I still got to get it in my mind to where I'm using it regularly. And American Yoga by Pierre Durr. Here we go. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.